5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They don't really give me a countdown, but I made one up and now I'm live. Hey, everybody, it's D. I'm here for a quick announcement for the Broken Brain podcast. A couple of things coming up. It'll only take me somewhere between 3 and 103 minutes to tell you about it because it's so cool. So strap in. First of all, I'm really pleased to announce that Dan Glaze is going to come back. We settled on a time for our anxiety part 2 when Dan came on a live stream the other day. Many of you have seen that. I encourage you to watch it. If it's should still be here on Facebook on Stories of the Broken Brain Facebook group. You can also go to the Broken Brain podcast YouTube channel as well. So you can still, view that and see. We were able to do quite a bit of as far as anxiety management and some things like that, quick relaxation techniques. And, there's just so much to talk about there. He's coming back and we're gonna do that again. Hopefully make that kind of a couple of visits that we're going to do with Dan where we talk about trauma and ways to cope with anxiety and things like that. So that's super exciting. That's going to be April 22nd. The times, I listed several. If you're in the US and Canada or in the UK, I listed the exact time. I know we have a lot of listeners beyond just those 3 locations, and so apologize for the sake of space. If you look at the descriptions video, it'll tell you that. I can say that in UK time, which I think is GMT +1, don't quote me on that, it's going to be 19:30 or 7:30 p.m. Here in the States, it's different times. I'm not doing math while I'm live. No, it's noon 30 where I am, which is Mountain Standard Time, which you can calculate from there. I don't want to rob you of the fun of that experience. A couple of other cool things on the regular podcast feed. You're going to hear some audio that's going to be coming up. Beth Gardner is going to be coming up as well. Let me show you what to expect there. Let's see. There she is. Hey, it's Beth Gardner. She's a life coach who talks about addiction and also about working through cancer and other chronic illness and different things that really, really fascinating person. You can also follow her on her Facebook on Beth Gardner, where she keeps a blog of her experiences as well. So she's going to be talking about specifically how to work with loved ones with addiction. And some really, really interesting feedback. It's reminiscent in some ways of our episode with Lisa Fredrickson. I'll probably mention that, who came and talked about secondhand drinking. But Beth has put together, it's a whole different angle on it, where she has put together a lot of resources for people who are family members of those with addiction issues. So looking forward to that. That's probably going to be next week is what you're going to see when that comes up. If we look at then, a couple of others that we've got coming up for episodes there. You've got also just did a really, really fascinating interview with Antonio Johnson. Hey, here's the order thing as well. This is his website, antoniojohnson.com. He's the author and photographer behind the great work You Next, which is Reflections on Black Barbershops. Really fascinating stuff. And a wonderful guy. Just had a great conversation as well. Let me move this over to here as well. We're going to show you one more in the upcoming next couple of weeks. And this is one that I recorded a little while ago. Sorry, TK. And took me a minute to get it together. If there are any of you who know the Love of History podcast with TK, she came on and talked about the history of residential and inpatient types of treatment programs that existed back in the day and therapeutic communities for treatment for mental illness. It was really, really interesting as well. And I found it and edited it, and it's going to come up in the next couple of weeks. So those are a few things you can look forward to with the show. Let me also go ahead and let you know that if you are interested in supporting the show and getting involved as a patron, we do now have some ways that you can do that. If you look at patreon.com, and for those of you who may or may not be familiar, Patreon is the opportunity that you have to patronize your favorite sort of producers, musicians, podcasters. In fact, if there are podcasts you like, you might want to go to Patreon and check it out. You can become a patron of the show by doing that. If we were to go over here, I'll just show you real quick kind of what that looks like. And one of the nice things about Patreon is if you are able to contribute, it's a couple different tiers that you can use to do that. Whoops. There you go. A couple of different tiers that you can use to do that. And there are rewards. If you go to patreon.com/brokenbrain, you're going to see different rewards. They mostly have to do with bonus episodes and different things that you can access. We're also looking to start up a book club for the Broken Brain, to where you can actually join that or view it, or just some different fun things like that, and looking at different ways to get you involved in the show, which are fun. And I think you will enjoy as well. If for some reason you cannot, or if monthly patronage is not your thing right now, then that's cool, of course. And I'd invite you to go to buymeacoffee.com/brokenbrain if you'd still like to get involved. And that's a way that you can just do kind of a one-time donation to the show as well. And guess what? Best of all, most of all, whether or not you ever become a patron or become involved in the show, the planning of the show, the payment of the show, any of that kind of stuff, the best thing you can do is listen, share, and just enjoy. I hope that you're enjoying the things that we're talking about. You can always reach out. One of the best ways is at Break a Brain. I'm going to put that in here so you can see it on the Twitters. There we go. At Break a Brain on Twitter. You can follow along announcements and things there, stupid jokes that I make, even better. But most importantly, you can also let me know what you'd like to see reflected on the show, topics, ideas for guests, things like that. I'm always open for that. Thanks so much, everybody, for being with me. I think I am well within my 3 to 103 minute window that I was planning on doing for this. And we'll, see you again soon. Have a great day. Bye. Oh, wait, I got to click end.